last band that I was ever going to be in.
So to start from scratch and just go, here are the bands we like. So we're going to probably try to do something in that vein.
We came up with some sort of basis to where we could start writing at least, and you know, it was painful at first.
But yeah, walking into it, it was really cool to see, like, now that, you know, these three guys had a lot of chemistry together. I mean, James and Adam are kind of like mom and dad of the band. You know, they definitely have a to and fro when it comes to writing.
What's the coolest part about being in this band, James?
Hey, Zach, what are we doing?
Hey, we're recording right now over here at Zach's house.
What would you say is your biggest failure in life to date?
Being in this band, definitely.
I was really itching to be in a band for the longest time, coming out of college and then the year afterward, because I had been in an awesome band before with some of my best friends and it was great, and then I decided to go back to school and make the right choice and all these other things. So once I got out of school, I was like, I really want to be in a band again. So tried to get a hold of some people, didn't really work out, threw a Craigslist ad up. Noticed that there was another Craigslist ad that was almost, I mean this is hyperbole, but almost word for word, you know, compared to mine.
I think I posted that early 2011, January, February. And I pretty much gave up after a while. I kept reposting the posts and nobody would respond and then finally, I think it was probably June, Adam had gotten at me and was like, hey, you should look at my post on Craigslist. And so I did, and it said the exact same thing basically. We had very similar tastes in music.
So I was like, hey, dude from Craigslist, we should get together and see what happens. And dude from Craigslist was James. And in fact, he was listed in my phone for the longest time as James Craigslist Dude. I only recently changed that. That's not true, but so yeah, we got together, and the first few times were awkward to say the least.
Yeah, it was extremely fucking awkward. I would go to his house in his basement. He lived with like four other roommates or something like that. And I didn't have any kind of equipment at the time. I didn't own a guitar. I didn't own a cable. You know what I mean? So I went there and showed him some of my old stuff.
And so to start from scratch and just go, here are the bands we like. So we're gonna probably try to do something in that vein. Go. They were awful, you know. I think, you know, getting together in my basement in Lauderdale, Minnesota was weird at first. It was weird.
It got pretty interesting how we started to actually hear the guitar.
We need to go for a 5 and a Powerball.
You know,
let me get a carton of turnies.
You know what, Herb? I don't want to play that Powerball. Everybody plays it. We won't win any money. Not like we win anyway, but we need that money for milk and potatoes.
We want to win the Powerball so we can get a bowl, so that we can bowl on a bowl.
Oh, we need to go to the store and get some spices. I need to pick up some butter.
Go grab a cart. Go grab a cart and put some bags in it.
Did you put the canoe in the boathouse?
I don't know, but we need it for our next trip to North Dakota.
I swear to God, Herb, the last time we went out on that goddamn canoe, you busted an oar.
Actually, I think the first idea that we had was just based off of a little chord progression that I threw together, and it ended up being I Phantom. The sound we were looking for was, you know, we like the post-hardcore sound. I grew up on punk rock and pop punk and you know, Thrice in high school and college, and kind of go for that epic, hard-hitting, definitely minor sound.
It's still my favorite song. I Phantom is still an awesome rocking song, and it's our baby, so I'm always gonna treat it like that. Hopefully we never get to the point where we don't play it, but I have a feeling we might one day.
I don't know what these guys sounded like in the beginning, but I mean now I think we have like a really good melodic, hardcore feel. It's hard to say, you know, with all the subgenres nowadays. I mean, like with popcore, hardcore, and post-hardcore, and dancecore, and like pretty much any verb or noun, and then put core out behind it. It's just, you know, I mean we're just drawing from a lot of influences that we really, you know, have held true to us for the past 10 years. I mean, stuff that we, you know, like, you know, Circa, Bryce, Under Oath, a lot of the newer stuff that's come out too. We've found that we've been really big fans of, and you know, try to just make sure that we're not trying to sound like anybody in particular, but just make sure that whatever music that we're making is just kept on being made.
After me and Adam started to get together, we were just constantly kind of scouring Craigslist, really, and we ended up finding a bassist, and then the bassist found the drummer, and so the story goes, we ended up getting together, and it was just horrible, just absolutely horrible for the first like 3 months we started to play. We would write a song or what we thought was going to be a song, and we'd record it, and it turned out to be garbage, so we'd throw it away and start over. And as the process is with any band in production.
The funniest thing, this probably doesn't really pertain to anything, or it's not important at all. It might be edited out, but
Camera.
I thought Tim was a black man because
I never knew that.
because on Bandmix he had a default profile picture that had a black hand on a jazz bass, and so I automatically assumed that he was black. So when I pulled up to the parking lot to meet up with Tim, I got out and this long-haired white dude walked up to me, and I'm like, can I help you? Thinking he was a bum or something, and that was Tim. So I was really surprised because I was looking for a black man.
So, we are recording.
Here we go.
Maybe?
Oh my god, it's so loud.
Secret Lives is actually one of my other favorites. I think that's kind of the transition from our first EP to our next EP we're working on now.
Came into that one. That song started as the lead guitar line. That was it. And then we made a bunch of stuff that sucked, and then we threw it away. Then we made a bunch more stuff that sucked, and then we threw it away. Then we made a drum part that Zach hated. We definitely threw that away. That's Secret Lives.
Oh
God. Hey.
Hi. Hi. What do I say? Hello.
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 You can help us out by
giving us money.
So garbage right now.
Hey,
Dude, once you work your editing magic though.
I want to go ahead and pre-thank James for all the editing that he's fixing to do on the studio update.
Yes.
Doing next now that
I'm gonna go ahead and thank NASCAR for giving me a staple in life to which I can look at my own life and go, wow, at least I don't like NASCAR. Here's some useful fucking information. Edit this, you motherfucker. And you know what's funny is I'm pointing to this thing right now, but I'm really talking to you in the fucking future. Future.
But the bed, it's a futon. Who doesn't love futons? And it's a futon in a van. Who doesn't love vans? So if you don't love futons and vans, you don't love.